Okay, this has got to be my favorite story of the day, maybe the week. I just found out the DC Crime Lab lost its accreditation for almost 3 years under Joe Biden. I had no idea this had happened. Maybe you had seen it, but I hadn't. This is hilarious. So they lost their accreditation. So they couldn't deal with DNA evidence. They couldn't deal with drug evidence. They couldn't deal with weapons evidence, firearms evidence for nearly 3 years. So how did they solve this? Well, they outsourced their lab work, but they managed to keep the lab open. So the lab couldn't do its main function, but they managed to keep it open. And what did they do during that time? Well, they bragged that they let employees go through a management class so that they could learn how to better manage. And they also completed an online complaint form that their customers could fill out. Here's the really horrible part. Because of this, prosecutions dropped 66%. 66%! Now, we already knew that the crime stats we were getting from DC were jacked up and not trustworthy. But think of that. Because the lab was closed and prosecutions dropped 66%, all of a sudden it looked like there was way less crime in DC than there actually was. Folks, we are being lied to left, right, and center by a bunch of incompetent bureaucrats. This has to stop. Get crime under control in DC. Use the national